What's up guys, my name is Chris and I am obsessed with the C8 Corvette, and in fact I've accumulated over 6 to 10 months of specs and everything I could think of. So welcome to my video called All About the C8 Mid-Engine Corvette. Super hyped for this. I'm actually going to be getting a Corvette C8 on the launch. First thing we're going to go over is the name of the Corvette. This last shot right here has actually proven the fact that the base model that's coming out on the first year launch is going to be called the C8 Stingray. To give you more options with your new C8 Corvette Stingray base model, there's going to be two variants of this car, as you can tell from the body lines and the camera placement. There's going to be a Spider version, which is going to have a hardtop convertible, and then a coupe version, like the C4 through C7 generation, except you take the top off and you put it behind the driver. The new mid-engine Corvette will be powered by GM's up-and-coming 6.2-liter V8 assigned RPO code LT2. The 6.2-liter LT2 V8 is nearly identical to the 6.2-liter LT1 V8, which can be found in the current Corvette Stingray. This LT2 receives a few minor modifications that enable fitment in the mid-engine configuration of the Corvette C8. Other than that, the LT2 will have the same displacement of 6.2 liters as the LT1 at 376 cubic inches, along with the same overhead valve design or pushrod configuration, and then supporting technologies including direct injection, variable valve timing, and active fuel management. With an improved horsepower rating from 465 as the base from C7 to the C8 with 515 to 525 or maybe even 540 horsepower for a base model. As for the next 2 years, there will be different engines coming out as well. For the hybrid all-wheel drive system, they will both be using a flat plane crank engine as well, but will possibly be running a 4.6 liter and a 5.4 liter V8. As for the transmission, you guys have all heard it and you probably already know about it at this point, DCT. It'll be an 8 to a 10 speed by Tremec, possibly supporting up to 664 foot-pound of torque, with all-wheel drive coming soon on a ZR1 version of the hybrid all-wheel drive C8. As for the interior, the C8 has an all-new interior with upscale quality. Just like the C7, the seat will be driver center focused. The seat will be using a V8 engine as confirmed in this screenshot right here. There will be covered style Lamborghini start and stop buttons with auto and manual mode buttons as well. Covered cup holders, Nappa leather, heated and cooled seats and steering wheel, a center storage compartment, Cadillac style digital rear view mirror with auto dimming functions and an option to disable and use the default reflective mirror as well. There will be a flat bottom steering wheel with paddle shifters that rotate with the wheel. As for the digital display, it'll be ovaled in the dash. As for the infotainment, it'll be a 10-inch as seen in the screens with a knob style like the C7. There will be a control knob with a hand rest, Bose speakers. As for the doors will open with the pressure switches just like the C7, and upward swing to eliminate hitting curbs like the Swan style Aston Martin doors. The headlights and the taillights have reflectors that are built into the housing to eliminate current design flaws from the past C7 generation. The body of the C8 will have a higher carbon fiber amount than the previous C7 generation. Adjustable front end lift system for steep edges and curves, thank God we've needed this since 1971. As for the engine vent patent and the engine cover, there will probably be 2 or 3 different optional trims on how you want your engine covered. Now don't get me wrong, the mid-engine platform is not all that's going to be making the handling of this car great. It's also going to be running different suspension, magneto-rheological engine mounts, and coilover magneto-rheological shocks. As for the chassis, it's going to be using a space frame chassis which has front and rear subframes, 2 optional rims with a gunmetal luxury flash 19-inch premium rim, and there's a more of a performance style racing rim, which is a glossy black 18-inch racing style rim, as you can see here, and they will both be wrapped in Michelin PS4 tires with the base 2020 mid-engine, 245/35/19 as they've tested on the fronts, and the rear is 305/30R20. Brakes and rotors, Brembo carbon ceramic disc brakes with 5 lug nut forged wheels, and brake rotors which are one piece. And to top it all off, as for the body of this car, there is rumors to have 10 to 12 new paint options at the Kentucky plant. For those of you wanting a new color, we hopefully will have some better colors for our Corvettes this year. The price of the mid-engine C8 Corvette will be a little bit above what the base C7 sells for at $63,000 to $70,000 to keep itself near its market target, because its higher prices will lower production value and will remove itself from the sales floor. Chevy wouldn't want to do that. After all, the main customer is someone who doesn't buy a six-figure car. If you guys can afford a Grand Sport, you can afford an entry-level 2020 C8 mid-engine. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to smash the like button if you enjoy videos like this, and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to get the C8 Corvette and I'll be doing lots of videos on this car. So if you want to see that, of course, you're welcome to subscribe. This will probably be the best sports car to buy for the money for years. In the near future, when you see a mid-engine on the road, most likely it will be a C8 Corvette.
You hear that? You hear that? You hear that whistling?